And good evening, everyone. Welcome to No Budget Productions, Film Fair Productions, and Cynical, Not Critical, or Critical, Not Cynical. How's everybody doing tonight? Tonight we've got three films from Nature's Hunger, and we're going to be watching those. I've got Joe Sapita here, the producer and the executive behind the Nature's Hunger. And we also have Ensign Zam from across the pond. So we will be watching those and having a little bit of a discussion on that. Got a couple things to mention before we get into that as we waiting for people to come in. First of all, Sunday night we'll be starting the first of the two animated series that Farragut has. That will be 8 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, and let's see, the other one is 7 o'clock Central. So that will be on Sunday night. Then next week on Filk Quest, I have as my guest Carla Albrecht, who, yes, it is Carla next week, Carla Albrecht, and we'll be chatting with her. So I'm looking very, very much forward to that. So that's basically what we've got coming up over the next few days. I don't know if Vance has got anything planned. He's having problems right now with his internet at work, so he won't be on tonight. Just saw cousin Cheeto. Oh, are you going as NerdTube right now, Sam?
That's me, mate.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I didn't see Cheeto on at all.
I'll use my account actually. I'll switch to mine. So.
Oh no, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I just happened to notice that. I was going to see if you wanted to come on. Okay, so let's see who we have here tonight. We've got Daniel Vance, who says, "Evening, everyone." And then we have NerdTube, who just woke up 25 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. Hello, NerdTube, which is Zam.
Morning.
And there is Donna Parker, my second half, my better half, saying hi. Let's see. Cheers, Frank, Jose, and Zam. We got a lot of people from across the pond. You know that?
Wow.
And Claude Sailing. How you doing tonight, Claude? So we'll talk for a few minutes. Give people a little bit of time to come in. So we've been having a lot of stuff going on the channel. You know, I'll tell you, Sam, I'm really enjoy watching the cooking shows that you put up on there.
No, thank you very much. I love food. And I'm fascinated. The channel I'm watching, a guy called Wilderness Cooking. He's just a man from Azerbaijan who just lives off the land, and it's a very therapeutic way of watching YouTube. Watching this guy do this thing is extremely talented. Man, a jack of all trades and a master of all trades. So I do enjoy it, and there'll be more to come in the future.
Very good. We'll be looking forward to that. Okay. I like to usually give people a little bit. We've got 7 out there looking. So what we're going to do is we've got 3 tonight. So I'm going to start it. The first one we are seeing, I believe, is I didn't join Starfleet to be a babysitter. That is an interesting concept. We'll start that off. It's about 2 minutes, so let's start that. So everybody, let's mute your mic. And what we'll do is we'll watch all of them and we'll just discuss them individually afterwards. So everybody mute your mics, please.
Sandpaper. What I would give for sandpaper.
A babysitting job Really, Captain, at a time like this,
Dorothy's taking a very strong liking to Starfleet. A very impressionable young girl. We can't trust Dorothy with just anybody. It's important that she get a good tour of the ship.
aye, sir, I do. She's in good hands, Captain.
Good. I'm glad I can count on you. As our shuttlecraft chief, I take it that our shuttlecraft are ready to go?
They are not, sir. We encountered some problems.
That's unacceptable, mister. Get it fixed.
Would you expect me to give Dorothy a tour?
I'm sure that engineers are capable of multitasking.
I can't trust my team just yet. They're so green.
I expect the shuttlecraft to be ready in a few hours.
Of course, Captain.
I love the qualities of sandpaper, how it takes out the rough edges, and it smooths out the lumpy areas. And perhaps with a little bit more sandy, it might help us to come out of our comfort zones.
This is the observation dome. From here, it seems you can see the entire galaxy. I was born near that star over there. We would ride to school on giant spiders.
Really?
Just kidding, we were more like giant scorpions.
Do you know
Don't give up hope, Dorothy.
It's so hard to remain optimistic.
No matter how dark, we'll find a way out of this together.
It's no use, Captain. This is draining me. I feel like crawling into a ball.
They say that the road to destiny is paved by the decisions that we make. The right decisions make us heroes of our own adventures, but the wrong decisions haunt our very souls.
It shows out my life. There's something eating you.
It's my fault, all my fault.
How can this be, Captain?
If I hadn't encouraged Dorothy to join Starfleet, this never would have happened.
I would like to join Starfleet, Captain.
I should have left Dorothy back in Oz. Instead, I allowed her to fall in love with Starfleet and pester me for a commission.
My destiny is with Starfleet.
There's always a bad apple in every bunch, Dorothy. And you know what happens to them?
They face a court-martial.
What's a court-martial, Captain?
You go on trial for your serious crimes, and you're tried by your peers.
Oh my, it doesn't sound very good at all.
that's how we maintain discipline in the ranks?
Can that happen to me if I join Starfleet?
Only if you step out of line, Dorothy.
Dorothy was one determined girl. She plowed her way through Starfleet Academy.
I will uphold the Prime Directive.
I will uphold the Prime Directive.
I will support and defend the Federation against all enemies.
I will support and defend the Federation against all enemies.
Congratulations, Ensign. You're one of us now. The question is if you can live up to the high standards of wearing that uniform. One moment you're at the top of the world, and the next in the Valley of Despair. Your mission, Ensign Gale, is to guard the ambassador. What could be harder than that? Then your life is changed.
I have orders to place Ensign Gale under arrest.
This is a nightmare.
What's the meaning of this?
The charge is murder.
Murder? Impossible!
What motive would a girl from Kansas have in murdering the ambassador? It doesn't make any sense.
Excuse me, Your Honor?
That's right, Captain. A trial is unnecessary.
This is unbelievable.
Did you kill the ambassador?
Is this a joke?
Do I have to spell it out to you?
Be honest in your statement.
I didn't do it.
Your very career is at stake.
Ensign Gale waives her right to a court-martial, and then we ship her off to prison.
At least have the personal fortitude not to sweep this under the carpet, Your Honor.
The evidence speaks for itself.
The ambassador will have to be killed. They won't suspect it was me. The perfect crime.
Underneath that uniform is a real killer.
That's a lie. The videos are fake.
Honestly, do you think Dorothy stands a chance?
Justice can be a tricky business.
Is there any hope for me?
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
Somebody's head has to roll. You do know that.
If you're found guilty, it's the death squad.
I can't even remember the details if I did do it.
I demand a court-martial for Ensign Gale, Your Honor.
You want a court-martial, mister? You got a court-martial.
I didn't do it, Captain. Honestly, I didn't do it.
All rise. Starfleet versus Ensign Dorothy Gale.
This court is now in session.
I believe she's innocent, and I'm willing to do everything to get justice for Ensign Dorothy Gale.
I gave her my promise that I would do everything to help her.
This can't be true.
Pull yourself together, Ensign.
Everyone gets what they deserve.
She disgraces the uniform she wears.
But if she's innocent, you're going to take this to your grave.
I recommend that we cooperate, Captain.
Do you think I did it?
They say that the unpleasant things in life build character, and it's only when we come out of our comfort zones that we begin to grow. I need someone for a special mission. Just get me a good engineer. Good. I don't care as long as he can get the job done right. Meet me in the briefing room in 1 hour. Ramses out.
Your move.
Captain wants to see me. About what? I have no idea.
Sometimes fate can be most unkind. To rescue someone, only to seal their doom. My science officer believes that we must return Dorothy to her own dimension, or she will die. Captain's log, Ramsey's report. We've taken aboard Dorothy Gale after rescuing her from the clutches of the evil witch. Responding to an elusive distress call, we've entered a time-dimensional portal. We are confident that we can get back to our own dimension, going in reverse direction. The challenging question is, how do we get Dorothy back to her own dimension, her own Kansas?
Babysitting job? Really? Captain, at a time like this?
Dorothy's taking a very strong liking to Starfleet. A very impressionable young girl. We can't trust Dorothy with just anybody. It's important that she get a good tour of the ship.
Aye, sir, I do. She's in good hands, Captain.
Good. I'm glad I can count on you. As our shuttlecraft chief, I take it that our shuttlecraft are ready to go?
They are not, sir. We encountered some problems.
That's unacceptable, mister. Get it fixed.
But you expect me to give Dorothy a tour?
I'm sure that engineers are capable of multitasking.
But I can't trust my team just yet. They're so green.
I expect the shuttlecraft to be ready in a few hours.
Of course, Captain.
We can't take her back with us. She doesn't belong in our dimension. And we won't leave her stranded in Oz either.
Hi, Dorothy. I'm Lieutenant Carpenter. Captain's asked me to give you a tour. This shuttlecraft is the fastest we've got. It's state-of-the-art and we can carry a party of 7. We have 6 shuttles aboard. Enough talk. Let me show you around. It's state-of-the-art and can carry a party of 7. And we have 6 shuttles aboard. We use it for plant-side missions when it's not feasible to use transport.
We'll find a way to return her to her own hiding place. You're the engineer. I'm sure you'll think something up.
Now, you're probably thinking if this shuttlecraft can take you back to Kansas.
Can you really send me home to Kansas?
Unfortunately, it's not designed for interdimensional travel.
The captain said he could help.
Enough talk. Let me show you around.
You're the engineer. I'm sure that you'll conjure up something. I hope you weren't sleeping through academy classes. I thought as much, and that's why I came up with a backup plan. I plan to ask that Wizard of Oz, for help.
And this is our lower maintenance bay. We repair all our shuttles in here. You'll be surprised how much damage these shuttles do.
Really?
Excuse me, Dorothy. I need to speak to Lieutenant Tanaka.
If we've tried everything else, why not? We need to keep our options open. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
Got your hands full?
What's up, Chief?
I've got some bad news for you.
How bad?
The captain wants a shuttle ready in a few hours.
No way.
That's what I told the captain.
What was his response?
Captain said, make it happen.
Seriously, we don't even know why all of our shuttlecraft are down.
You figure it out.
Are you kidding? I was expecting to learn from you.
Well, I have to give Dorothy a tour.
I should be Dorothy's tour guide.
Nice try. I have confidence in you.
Chief, this isn't fair. I need some help.
You got mechanics back there working for you.
I don't know if I can trust them.
Time to rise to the challenge, Ensign.
And why is that? Okay, what is it?
Now, where was I? Oh, the rest of the tour.
Oh my, why not?
This is the observation deck. You can see the entire hangar deck from here. Now, these are the master hangar deck controls. The hangar deck doors are controlled from here. This is the observation dome. From here, it seems you can see the entire galaxy. I was born near that star over there. We would ride to school on giant spiders.
Really?
So, how much time do we have before the rift closes? So, what's your best estimate? Trapping us here without a way home. And what might that be? For us to figure out a way home for Dorothy. Since our transporter appears to be non-functional, I've ordered a shuttlecraft for our trip to Oz. Yet I feel personally responsible after rescuing her. That I will not rest until I get her safely back home. I've argued for hours with my officers, seeking possible solutions, but all to no avail. I'm afraid that all that is left is the long shot. And what's the secret to your miracle work? Well, let's get the show on the road. Just waiting for the right time to spring it on her.
Oh, it looks like the Galileo is ready.
I've always dreamed of exploring the universe.
She'll take you down to the planet surface.
I suppose.
And there's the captain. He'll take it from here. Oh, and good luck, Dorothy. I hope you make it back to Kansas.
The most unlikely course of action. Well, Dorothy, that's our plan. What do you think? Are you in?
We'll be ready in 5 minutes, Captain.
I have my doubts that this whole thing will work.
Doubts?
I don't think the wizard can help us.
Doubts? What happened to the optimism of youth?
What if the wizard fails? I will never get home.
At least give the wizard a chance to prove himself.
Just a few more bugs to work out. Won't be long.
I don't trust the wizard.
Neither do I, but at least we gotta try.
If you say so, Captain.
Then we'll find another way home for you, Dorothy.
I do want to go home so badly.
Lift up your spirits, Dorothy. We will find a way home for you.
Oh my, life is so unfair.
Easy now, lassie.
The captain's proven himself in the past.
That's good enough for me then.
We're ready for boarding.
Then what are we waiting for? Everyone on board.
I hope that my gut feeling doesn't lead us on a wild goose chase. We'll be a little cramped in here, but it's a short trip, so make yourself at home. Yes, that's our engine room. Take a seat, Dorothy. We'll be taking off in a minute. If this wizard is who he claims to be, then that really does solve our dilemma.
Well, you do what you have to do.
Yeah, right.
Delegation.
And lots of help.
And maybe a little luck of the Irish.
You owe me a big one, mister.
However, if he's a charlatan or a con man, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Downloading data.
Data transferred.
Master control is transferred.
Transfer acknowledged.
Navigation is loaded.
Guiding systems are a go.
Systems are ready.
Damping fields are off.
Locks are released.
The shuttlecraft is ready. Permission to launch.
Launch the shuttlecraft.
I see that look. What's on your mind, Dorothy?
I would like to join Starfleet, Captain.
Are you sure?
100% positive.
If you do, it won't be easy.
Starfleet won't be a cakewalk, Dorothy.
Why Starfleet?
The Starfleet career is what I really want.
It'll demand the best of you.
I believe in what Starfleet stands for.
Ah, answering the ancient mariner's call. Sail among a sea of stars.
Is that all? Let's hear it all.
I want to explore the stars.
That's why I signed up.
Sounds like a deep calling coming from your heart.
And see the universe.
Where no girl from Kansas has gone before.
I want to visit planets and new civilizations.
Good choice.
The uniforms and the starships are cool too. So how do I get in, Captain?
You can't go waltzing into Starfleet Academy.
You submit an application to Starfleet Command. And only Starfleet accepts the very best. It's going to be an uphill endeavor for you. You give all new cadets a tough time.
With your recommendation, it'll be a cinch.
I'll let you in on a little secret, Dorothy. Service in Starfleet has always been a passion of the heart. Perhaps one of these days you'll be a shuttlecraft pilot. I had a nagging suspicion that we were being watched. More importantly, would this mysterious wizard really help us? Take her down over there. I don't want to get her too close to the Emerald City. In such an enchanted land, I wonder if we would find a spark of compassion in the wizard's eyes. They say that you should be careful what you wish for. Dorothy did follow her yellow brick road to Starfleet. And roads are often filled with twists and surprises. Dorothy did join Starfleet and become a shuttlecraft pilot. But that, my friend, is another story.
Oops. Okay. There we go. So, what did you think, Sam?
I quit drugs a long time ago, and and I felt like I was back on it watching that stuff. It was it was so. I'm speaking straight from the heart here without sounding horrible, but that was very bizarre. It really was. It was. I'm still trying to process what I've just watched. It's like, we got the Wizard of Oz Star Trek crossover. I never ever anticipated or expected something like that to happen. But it was funny at parts. I have to give you credit for Scotty, by the way. That guy looks so much like James Doohan. It's uncanny. It's just a shame we couldn't hear him that much during the course of the film. The costumes look great. It was unusual. I'll say that. But yeah, I mean, this is what fan films are about, I guess, just mixing and matching. And and I hope you were trying to go down the comedy route, because I was laughing whilst watching it. And I give you credit with the green screen. It was very good, and the way you placed yourselves was pretty cool. There was loads of girls with wigs writing on boards. I noticed that. Like, okay, there's a blonde wig girl writing. There's a red-haired one, all writing on boards and stuff. That was interesting. I can't help but pick that up. The bald guy with the box beard, he looks like he belongs on Fast and the Furious more than than he looked. Honestly, I was first I'm thinking to myself, did you just pull him out of one of the Fast and the Furious movies? But yeah, other than that, it was interesting. I was looking forward to finding out what happened to Dorothy in the trial, though. We never really got to that, did we?
No, that's something we're working on, man.
Oh, fair enough.
Years and wanted to do it justice, and we're going to do that route.
Yeah.
I see Cheetos out there. I want to see if he wants to come on. Okay. Go, continue. I'm just looking for the link.
Yes, I've never seen anything like that in my life. And the funny thing is, myself and Cheetah, we are planning to do a fan reaction to a Star Trek filmmaker who makes trippy movies himself. So you might have some competition, Joe, regarding that, dude. But this was but this was definitely different.
Wake you up early in the morning.
Yeah, I was very intrigued. I'll say that. Lots of characters as well in this. But yeah, Help me out here, Phil.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to process more things to say.
I know. I just sent that. Cheeto, I just sent you a link if you want to come on up. I know. I wish that Vance could get up there. What I love about these films is the fact that they are done and they are funny. They are, very creative. I mean, who would think to put, Dorothy into a Star Trek thing? That's one of the clever things that they do really enjoy. The only thing that I really have a nitpick about is is the sound.
Yeah,
because the sound is not as balanced as it could be, and from that point, you do have some problem. But other than that, it's just I do give you a lot of credit on the green screen. I enjoy the green screen a lot. I love the plots that you have.
Thank you. Yep.
And I know that most of your blonde crewmen and everything else, I do believe, is the same actors that plays Dorothy.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah.
I see you are analyzing it.
I thought that too. I think it was they're putting her on a side profile, having some of the hair cover her face.
which discovered one of our secrets.
So, which begs the question is how many people there are actually doing dual roles?
Yeah, a lot. That's right. You got that right. Yeah. Change the hair wig, right? Cover the eyes.
Which you haven't seen, Sam, is he's got a few of the films. He's got a lot of creature heads that he has, and that he does differently. And I think the upcoming film that he has, if you take a look on Facebook, he's doing it with the Planet of the. Well, I'm not sure so much Planet of the Apes, but they are filming with a bunch of apes.
Yes, we are.
Oh.
We won't deny that.
I guess that's all as authentic as you can get. Joe, I've been meaning to ask you, like, what inspired you to make a film like this with Wizard of Oz? I mean, where did that come from?
Yeah. Well, one, I like the Wizard of Oz. I like Star Trek, and I put them in a blender, and then you just have that vision. You just see them interacting in your mind, and you just put it on film.
Okay.
The chemistry. You try to find that chemistry there.
No, I get it. I mean, crossovers is a popular thing. People like it.
Yeah.
We watched a fan film by these Scottish guys who the Star Trek one, and they did one with Doctor Who.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, which was interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can understand that. And this is what we all have, like, multiple things we like. We don't all just like Star Trek. So we're just bringing the things we like together.
That's right.
So,
you got it.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So.
It's definitely refreshing to see something like this. And we've done a few. We did Razor's Edge on here. I really enjoyed Razor's Edge. That's one.
Yeah, that was 2 years of work. That's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
so
with the COVID virus going on and still making it, that's our film that almost didn't get made because of the COVID virus. But you plow ahead, right, and you find a way to get it done.
You said this was done in Atlanta?
Yes.
I noticed that in the credits. Okay, and how long does it take to make something like this?
That one took a couple years. Which, what you mean, Razor's Edge? That was.
Oh, the one we just saw, for instance.
That took probably about a year because of all the graphics.
Wow.
That's just lots and lots and tons of graphics, and lots of computer crashes because the computer just can't take it no more. And then that's where we finally figured out we had to package the graphics together to keep the computer from crashing.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
So
we learned a lot on super layering on that. To pull it off.
Who does most of your editing?
Oh, I do. I do the editing myself because I know what I want. And the good thing is if you do your own editing, you can go back and fill in the missing scene. Like, you have a change of heart or a new vision as when you're putting the film together, like that doesn't work, but this one will, so let's change it, and then the actors come up with some good ideas too, I said, well, I never thought of that. That's good. Let's shoot that.
That was definitely the most trippiest Star Trek I've seen so far. I think he might have some competition when we end up reviewing this other fan film later on this week, but that was quite remarkable. I'll give you that, and I never expected anything like that in my life.
Yeah, a little different, but that's good. That's good. There's a lot out there we can definitely do. Yep.
Yeah, see, and Vance has a thing that is cool with Joe was that the part of the sandbox that no one else covers and is just as valid as everyone else.
That's
to me,
right.
I love the connectivity, and that's the thing. It just we all have that sandbox we play in, and
right.
We all cross over because I know like Vance has been in a few of yours.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think he's going to be playing a bit of a role in the in the one with Dorothy in the court martial, if I am correct on that.
Yeah, in the future, yeah.
And I know that you were on one of the ones that we just did recently. I sent you a shirt, as a matter of fact.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yep. I'm
so
excited about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that will be coming out. From that. Well, actually, I think that already did come out.
Didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to remember exactly. We have so much going on. Yeah, we've got things for Crossroad, things for the end of Last Constar.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
Antilles has got something with the Pretender that's coming out. It's crazy, but
yeah, you're right. But that was a fun film. That was good. That was good.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think that the biggest thing that I think that we are doing nowadays, which a lot of the older fan films didn't do, is I don't think we take ourselves as seriously as we used to. It's to have fun, to put out a product, because not everybody does it, can do this. It's just we do this because of the love of it. And we do it with our vision in mind. And I never would have sat there and put Wizard of Oz. But, I didn't. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't realize that Dorothy was Dorothy from Oz. This is the first time I connected that. I did not realize that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if I ever have not only the talent but the capabilities and the costumes and stuff, I would like to do a Indiana Jones Star Trek crossover with maybe with a bunch of Starfleet guys finding the Ark of the Covenant or something along those lines.
Oh, you're right. You start with that vision, right? That idea.
And all these red shirts are setting off booby traps and getting killed. And
Vance just wrote it. He looked at that and he said, okay.
Yeah, and then one of them is running from a boulder and stuff, a green screen boulder, going like this. Yeah, something along those lines.
It's got to be a red shirt scene, without a doubt.
That would be fun to watch. Yeah. The 4 red shirts.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
I know that Vance has got a couple films where he's got the screwdrivers from Doctor Who all over the place, the sonic screwdrivers. Yeah, he does that. So, yeah.
No, I'll be honest with you, I'm not the biggest Doctor Who fan. I kind of stopped watching after Sylvester McCoy. Actually after that movie with that's Doctor Who movie. Have you seen that one?
I'm trying to think. No, I haven't
Yeah,
seen
it had Eric Roberts as the villain. But yeah, after that, then I kind of waned off it. David Tennant was okay and stuff like that, but unfortunately, I just couldn't keep up with it anymore. There's just too much media out there, and I think something ended up having to be kicked to the curb, I guess, and it was Doctor Who for me. So Sam had a voiceover in the upcoming Crossroads film.
Oh, which one? Yeah, that.
Yes.
Which one is that?
I don't know myself, but I have done some voice work for Vance.
Is it going to be 6 Vance or is it going to be 7? I have to know these things. I've got all the scripts. I got to figure out which is who's who.
I've actually told Vance that I really want to be the voice of a computer.
Oh wow! Yep.
But I want to put on like a Cockney accent, saying, "All right, mate, how you doing? How's your father? Apple and pears, all that. Give it all of that. A Cockney computer voice.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's maybe like the computer's got an infection, so it sounds like a terrible version of Dick Van Dyke from Mary Poppins.
So what do you have in the tubes right now that you're working on, Joe?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to work on 3 at the same time. So Fighting Chance, which is the prequel to Razor's Edge. So that we're working on. That we find that pretty interesting. That's where the ape scenes come in. So July and August, we've just been out in the field, out of the hot sun, with all these crazy apes, damn apes, out there sweating bullets, to get it done. But you'll see it when it comes out. What are apes doing in a Fighting Chance? But they play a part. They play a very significant part. Then we're working with Gore and Soup, and that's still in pre-production. We're working on the script on that, and then the preliminary pre-production for Scream of the Ape, and that's going to be our big vision film that we're working on to come out next year. But we're going to try to get it knocked out starting at the end of the year, so we can get ready for next year. But we're taking Planet of the Apes and looking at it a little bit differently. We're trying to fill in some gaps to make it more fun. I said, well, this is a fun film to work with, So we're adding some original material on that. But yep.
Now the other question I have for you is, you now have built some sets, haven't you?
Yes, yeah, we do. We got the captain's quarters. We got the science lab. We got corridors. And then we redress a lot. We have a briefing room.
Now, is this in your basement?
Yes. And the neat thing about the Star Trek sets is you can redress them as many times as you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then throw on a little blue screen with it, and you got yourself some fantastic sets. But it helps, I think. I think it helps with the actors just having a live set. It's just so beautiful. The cinematography. I can do stuff that I wouldn't normally be able to do with green screen or blue screen. You can.
I think it helps.
A lot of moving the cameras. Oh, I love this, especially the lighting. You can play with the when you have a live set, you can play with the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it helps with the acting as well.
It is, right? When you have a
definitely
green screen.
Yeah.
It is hard to work with a green screen sometimes, especially when you're doing combox and you're trying to sit there and you haven't worked with a person, and so you don't know how it goes back and forth. So you're just actually doing, So
it's just so wonderful. It's just great. Being able to have a real live set, for once. That's what Razor's Edge had a lot of live sets, and we were thankful for that. Just build them and craft them, the way you want. And that works out great. Yeah, you're right. It builds enthusiasm. Right.
What I love about Razor's Edge is Larry's hair keeps changing colors.
Oh yeah.
I'm curious. I need to see this Razor's Edge.
Yeah, his hair would be because Larry is doing all this acting work with Hollywood on the side, so you never know what hairdo he's going to show up in, and he can't change it because the next day he's going to go back again, and be whatever hair is color the shade is in, So wow,
What we were talking about that when we were looking at one of Lee Gartrell's films. He, where he kept on having the captain with a mustache, didn't have a mustache and everything else. But what we noticed on Razor's Edge is you actually put it into the script why that happened. So, you had a basis because I guess he was, so you had a logical explanation. Lee just threw it in there and, you go.
But we tried to make something comical about it because Larry and I sat down. He said, what are we gonna do about this hair? Should we explain it or should we not explain it? And I said, I got an idea, let's write it into the storyline, about the juju plant, take advantage of the situation,
So where did you get the idea of putting in, and it wasn't in this film, but where did you get the idea of the, is it because it's the Crusader that you based it on the Roman type of,
because Captain Ramsey's just likes the what do you call it? The Roman Empire stuff, the ancient warriors, whether they're Romans or they're Greeks or they're mythology, that sort of thing. He's really heavily into it, So the Crusader. Well, they have shield, they have armor. So you'll see some of that in Fighting Chance. We're gonna take some. There'll be some more fighting, but you'll see a little bit more armor come out. And that's our plan with each film. You see a little bit more armor, a little bit more swords.
Because you're playing Ramsey and not Kirk, but you also have Scotty with you. Is this before TOS or after TOS?
It's during the time period. Yeah.
No, but I mean, Scotty can't be in two places at once, can he? He can't be on your ship and the Enterprise.
No, he's a different character. He's Roddy. He's not
Scotty.
Scotty.
He's Roddy. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Similar. Maybe he's like his brother. We never discussed that part.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So it's just a fun film. All three of them were. Right. Yeah, you should watch some more of them, Zam. They're
this Razor's Edge has got me curious.
So yeah, you're right with that.
Yeah, you like Razor's Edge. That's when you got to go back and forth on a couple things, but it's good.
Yes, it is.
Like
yeah. That one took a lot of wargaming because trying to fit all those scenes in there, to make the story flow, to make sense to it.
Oh, please link me the film. I'm gonna probably see it after we're done here.
I'll send you the. I'll send you the
years to do. Yeah.
Let me see where it is. Okay, Razor's Edge.
Yeah, hopefully the last film. Yep. But we consider that our best to date anyway with our skills. So it's getting there. Yep.
There it is. Let me just get it. Okay, I'm going to copy. I'm going to put it into. This is me, not Vance. I just put it into the chat, and I'm going to actually ping you on the side in Facebook.
Okie dokie. And by the way, whoever's typing as NerdTube is not me; it's probably Cheeto. But yeah.
You have it now. Yeah, I know. When I'm broadcasting, when I'm broadcasting on the StreamYards and I'm putting it to the channel, I come out as No Budget Phil Ferret Productions instead of Frank, Phil Ferret at Phil Ferret Productions. And one night I was in here and I was typing away where I just put that in, and I thought Vance was on, so I kept on typing back and forth to myself, thinking it was Vance.
I want to quickly say, I love the little ship, by the way. It's flying in space, like the little model ship. I absolutely love that. That is so cool. It reminds me of Star Trekking Across the Universe. That's that song, and just seeing the ship like that. I like the model you used. Things like that, I really appreciate.
That's good. So, yeah, it's
That's somebody's dog.
so I'm glad that everybody enjoyed it and stuff like that. We're up on the, usually we usually go an hour, hour and a half. I mean, does anybody have any questions out there?
Yep.
Anybody have any questions or anything like that?
Anything in the chat?
Yeah. Captain Baxley said, if anyone has any TOS at green screen work or voiceovers, let me know. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and Pebbles too.
Good. Yep. Voiceovers are good. Yep.
Do a Bread and Circus sequel. Can someone enlighten me on that?
Oh, Bread and Circuses was a Star Trek episode where they landed on a planet. It was TOS, the original series. They landed on a planet that was based after the Roman Empire. And they were looking for a shuttle crew that had gone down there years ago, and they found it, and they were actually captured and made into gladiators, the Starfleet officers. And it is the fact is it made the captain of the ship that they took over look very weak, and of course Kirk is sitting there, and they have the Emperor who says, "No, that's the type of person who is a warrior, a fighter."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Roman world is forbidden. That's what Captain Baxley said.
Yeah. And yeah, it's the Roman world. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Vance.
Roman world. Yeah.
Zam, who's your favorite YouTuber of all time? Wow.
It figures it would be him. Yeah.
That really put me on the spot, mate.
Wow.
It's me.
Of course. It's Frank.
It's me.
I'm like the sort of person who likes it's very hard for me to pinpoint something when there's a variety of things I like on YouTube. You know, I go to different channels for different things, whether it be politics, entertainment, news, sports, all of these things. There's always something different I need to go to at different times. Like, for instance, in England, I'm not sure if you know, there's a guy called Cristiano Ronaldo. He's one of the greatest soccer players of all time. And he's joined Manchester United, and he's playing my country. And that's just become massive news in England, massive news. This guy playing for Manchester United. And I've been following that story prior to getting together with you guys, because it's just like juicy information right now. I want to know everything what's going on. So I've been following a bit of that. So yeah. And also, like, there's another game. There's something I tried to show to Vance earlier as well. I'm going to type it in the chat. It's called Doke V. Myself and cousin Chico have been looking into this. It's a brand new video game coming out. It's made by Japanese developers, and it looks like an evolution in gaming. And so that's just caught my eye as well. It's not a sort of game I would necessarily purchase, but you look at the physics of the game and the graphics as well, and you think to yourself, wow, there's an evolutionary leap in how they're making video games right now. And that looks like that game. So, I got various interests. So it's really hard for me to pinpoint a favorite YouTuber other than Frank, of course.
Well, I just thought, because people will know this one. Well, I'm going to show you my favorite YouTube artist. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's stop that for a second.
Favorite food dish?
Yeah, what's your favorite? Okay.
Once again, like, I can't eat the same shit every fucking day. Like, it varies.
There you go.
Okay, so this is my favorite YouTuber right here.
Wow. That is amazing.
Annie, yeah, right.
You've almost got that, Khan cleavage going on there. It looks awesome.
Vance calls that the wig. Here it is, Cheeto, the wig. Yes, just for you. Just for you. Wig. Yeah, this is the Vance calls this my porn wig.
I want you to look. Are you into wrestling at all, Frank?
No, I'm not. No.
The wrestler called Kevin Sullivan, and you look so much like him right now. It's unreal.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take it up as a hobby.
You know what about cousin Cheeto, Kevin Sullivan? Yeah, but you also look like you're cosplaying as Khan as well.
Yeah, no, that will be coming up. That technically, I said I've got to do something different. That's a mirror universe. I designed actually that for a few years ago, but we have a mirror universe coming up at some point, and so I said, look, I can't wear an eye patch because I got another buddy who does that. So what am I going to do? I said, I'll throw on the wig. Because I usually use that when I do that as Romulan.
Well, I'll say this: it looks awesome. I'm always a big fan of bad guys. I love good bad guys. I like bad guys winning in movies and stuff like that. And that is an awesome villain portrayal of Terran Empire. I gather that you got going on there, and I very much appreciate it. It looks awesome, really does. I do feel like you're going to be like doing some 70s rock parody as well in that get up too, but whatever, man, it looks fantastic.
Well, see, that's the thing. I was born in the 50s, so I might as well be like the 70s.
Fair enough.
Yeah, let me just go back here.
Yeah, you don't want to meet
They're
that
a character in Trek.
Yeah. Let me go. Oh, pretend that I'm a reader.
Cousin also knows favorite character in Trek. Now, I kind of defaulted to Bashir initially because he's a British guy, and I think he's of Indian descent like myself. But I only did that initially, but I couldn't think of who I like. But I don't know, really. I'm starting to like some of the people in Lower Decks. I think Mariner is becoming one of my favorite characters in Star Trek. I love Mariner. I love the Lower Decks 4, and actually I love them all. They all have appealing qualities, and they're becoming my favorite characters in Star Trek.
I have to start watching a little bit more of that. I haven't quite got into that yet, but I hear it's really good. So I'll probably.
It's not only funny, but it's genius as well. Like it harkens on your nostalgia with a lot of the stuff it does, and it just makes you laugh at the same time. If you're a Star Trek fan, you're going to actually Badgie is one of my favorite characters. It's a killer. It's a psychotic holographic Starcom badge. Star Trek, like the badges you have which you press.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Badgie. Yeah, and it's a holographic version, and it wants to kill people. And
oh yeah, wow.
Yes, yeah, I know that. It's hilarious. Yeah, I like Badgie a lot. Badgie's arguably my favorite character. Yeah. I'm not sure if you guys have been watching Discovery as well. I think that's improved tremendously in the third season. The first couple of seasons were just maybe trying to find its feet, but it's like Star Trek in general and a lot of shows. Usually by the third season, it really gets its shit together and it knows what it wants to be. And Discovery is improved a lot, in my opinion, too. Tilly's becoming one of my favorite characters. I watched an episode. I was rolling. Yeah, it's good stuff, Brian. It's so refreshing as well. Like so much stuff in media in general is like trying to be realistic and a bit too serious, and it's nice to see something that's making fun of itself like this, and not only making fun of itself but also appreciating itself, because it's all good to go for fun and jokes like a lot of shows do, but to really know its material like Lower Decks does as well is what makes it so amazing. To be funny and to really be respecting all the traditions of Star Trek too. It's just brilliant.
Yeah, and that's what that's why I want to start watching it, because it looks like it. I've seen some of the episodes. Donna watches it, my wife, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I've been doing a lot of YouTube watching, so I've got to get back into a little bit more TV.
Yep, finding the time, but they are.
Oh,
fun.
I know.
They are very, very fun.
There's just so much Star Trek out there as well. It's like
There
a
is.
sport for choice.
Like, yeah.
It's incredible.
Like,
I mean,
decades ago when there was hardly any Star Trek, right? And we were starving for more Star Trek, but there just wasn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's also this era as well, like the TNG, DS9, Voyager era, which is what Lower Decks is kind of based around. That era is like the best era in Star Trek, in my opinion. And people are clamoring and loving all the crossovers and the universal universe that you see in the MCU.
Yep.
But we've got hundreds and hundreds of episodes of that in Star Trek. You know, we see certain characters, like the most recent episode of Lower Decks had Tom Paris on it. You know, which was pretty cool. And prior to that, we've seen Riker on that. Like when I was watching Star Trek First Contact or Star Trek Insurrection, one of the Star Trek movies, you see Janeway having a little pop in. You know, all these little moments are fantastic. You know, it's just seeing this, like, you know, this universe of different characters crossing over. It's just the best. And they've been doing it before the MCU did it, and I love it. I love it.
That's good.
You liking the film for season 4?
Well, you know, it's kind of funny. That's what I love about the fan. When I left fan films back a few years ago, everybody was, you know, kind of bickering back and forth. That was in the older days. But now that I've come back, it's just so great to see all the crossovers we're just having in our own sandbox, you know, with other fan films, instead of just saying like STC and Farragut and, you know, Phase 2. They always wanted to be, you know, on top number 1, but now we all just have fun doing it together, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's better than that. So having the crossovers is great.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for crossovers, mate. I love that shit. I go for that sort of stuff. I remember once watching Murder, She Wrote, and they had Magnum PI on the episode.
Oh, cool.
You know, I was like, what the hell is Tom Selleck doing on Murder, She Wrote? And he was playing Magnum PI. I was like, oh my God, I was losing my fucking shit. So yeah, that's the sort of stuff you live for.
Hey Vance, let's do a Orville Star Trek crossover.
There you go. That would be interesting.
I've been hearing Simon Pegg is wanting to do oh God, what's the name of that film? It just escapes my mind now. Galaxy Quest. He wants to do a series.
Wow. Yep.
Of Galaxy Quest.
That would be great.
But I don't know how that's going to work. Are you going to be doing it as like following the actors, or are you going to be doing an actual series like Galaxy Quest? You know, like how's it going to be? So that'll be interesting to see how they pull that off. I'm looking forward to Orville season 3. I think that's definitely kicked the makers of Star Trek up the backside, which is why they're doing Strange New Worlds, because I really want some of that old-fashioned episodic Star Trek where you can miss an episode or two and not have to worry about continuity, which is unfortunately becoming quite a commonplace now in Star Trek, continuity, and you can't afford to miss an episode. So I'm looking forward to that in Lower Decks. Yeah, just like mission of the week sort of stuff. You know, that's what's so cool about Star Trek in the first place.
See, I think Orville comes out on September 22nd, if I saw it.
That's the same date as Star Wars Visions, which I'm looking forward to as well. That looks amazing too. Yeah, I'm flooded with
material out there. Yeah, you're right. My God, keeping track of all this stuff.
Yeah, well, you know, just to plug my channel, NerdTube, we're like doing so much stuff at the moment. We're doing What If, which is the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
and we're doing Lower Decks, and we just did Top Titans. Actually, I had to miss out on that. Cousin Cheeto and their friend Bossman, they did that because I went to bed early so I could join you guys for this. But yeah, there's always something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, you guys should get into TikTok as well. Honestly, get into TikTok because that's where it's happening right now. I've embraced TikTok. At first, I was making fun of it like an old man from the sidelines, but now I've embraced it, and TikTok is where it's at. It's a good way of getting yourself out there and getting yourself noticed, for sure.
I actually wish they did resurrect Enterprise only because I've always cosplayed as a Romulan, and I would like to see the Romulan War. I really would like to see that.
Would that have been around about the Enterprise time?
Yeah, that is during exactly. As a matter of fact, I was in the short-lived Romulan Wars that Lee did. Actually, it was the first, my first venture into fan films, and it was because I was met them from Farragut at Con Carolinas, and which is a convention in our area in 2008 or 9. I forgot what year they were there. And my first one was my buddy now, Michael Day. He saw I had a Enterprise Admiral uniform, which I put together, got it all together, with the tie and the whole thing. And he says, I know this guy by the name of Lee Gartrell that might want an admiral because it's during Enterprise. So that's how I got into it. And then I fell in with the Farragut. But yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed doing it. And then actually, my favorite uniform of all is the Enterprise jumpsuits because they're practical.
Yeah, that's what they were made for at the time.
Yeah,
I guess you could. I would like to. Ever since I got to know you guys, I've been looking online for a Star Trek uniform. So hopefully one day. They're bloody expensive, by the way. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, some of them. It depends on what.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone in a mint king's ransom for a uniform.
I just picked up the Kirk uniform for the movie, the motion picture. The white one that okay, $40 for the jacket, and the pants were only like $27. That's Cosmart. I'll send you guys the link. As a matter of fact, right now, Vance has got some stuff in the works where we're going to be doing. Yeah, season 5 is also going to have the refit that I put in one of my films because which one is he talking about now? Okay. What we were looking at is he went out and got one of the Discovery uniforms, the red with the black stripe down here.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, so that's season 3, and I think it's also going to be season 4. But he got that, so I said, "Oh, damn." I said, "Okay, now what do I have to get?" And he says, "Well, get the red one." And he says, "Wait a minute, no, you're an admiral. You're going to have to go out." So we looked all over, cannot find the admiral. But this Cosmart that is under the uniforms on Star Trek uniforms and costume forum on Facebook.
Right.
She had they had at one time asked who would like to make this uniform. So I got online the other night. And I pinged them and I said, "So are you going to make these?" "Well, I put it up and blah, blah, blah. I don't know if anybody wants it because nobody said anything. They're over in China." So I said, "Okay." I said, "You've got the sample on there. What is the sample size?" They said large. I said, "Yeah, I need an extra large." So they said, "Well, we'll put it up again." Well, dang it. I went out there and I got everybody to sign up there and say, "Yeah, we'd buy this if you made it." But it looks like they're going to make it. So that's what I have the com badge for that. I got that in today. So I'll have that. So it looks like a waiter's uniform.
Yeah, when it's
Yeah, that's the other issue as well, because I'm coming into the costume game late. It's like I need TOS, I need TNG, I need Enterprise, I need Discovery. Like fuck me, man. I need the film era, at sort of military style uniforms. There's so many things, uniforms you need if you're gonna do this game of making fan films. And obviously Vance being the hardcore geezer that he is, I'm not surprised that he got that uniform. I saw his picture on Facebook.
Yeah,
looking very proud, proud in that pose. Like, look at me, motherfuckers! I've got the fucking Discovery uniform. What are you saying now, bitches? Yeah. So yeah.
Very cool.
What's the uniform? I have plenty. Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you. I'm looking for a bit of everything, to tell you the truth, once, without sounding too greedy. I'll be that red shirt that survives if you got one of those.
Yeah, but there are big holes in it.
Yeah, that's right. If not a pipes.
At the same time, like I'm also interested in some of the characters on other factions as well. I'm not necessarily like the idea of putting on too much prosthetic makeup on, but Klingon uniforms have got me interested. Romulan uniforms have got me interested. Yeah, I said, I'm a big fan of bad guys. I like bad guys winning. I like all of that sort of stuff. So yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
the coolest uniforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marine.
It was better though before they put the prosthetics like up on the top. I've got that for Romulans, but I prefer playing the TOS Romulan.
Oh,
because it's a lot less makeup.
We're actually getting more. I keep forgetting we're getting Star Trek Prodigy as well. I'm not sure if you guys know about that.
That's Mommy in Space is doing that, right?
Janeway.
Yeah, Mommy in Space.
But I think that's going to be pretty good. I'm very much excited about that, because you look at us, because we're all middle-aged men. It's still into our Star Trek, and we need we do. I think it's fundamental that we get another generation of people, a younger generation of people, into Star Trek, or it's going to die with us. And so I'm very much looking forward to Prodigy, even though it's supposed to be catered towards younger people. I'm still looking forward to it, and I hope younger people do jump on board with it, because it's I think it's going to be more about the exploration side of things, and understanding new things and strange new worlds and strange new civilizations. And I hope that that lights a fire within young people to want to follow it, which is I'm looking forward to as well.
Yeah,
I think eventually they'll come to their own vision of Star Trek. I mean, I'm originally TOS, so
likewise.
Oh, yep.
But
exposure. Yep.
Okay, let me see here.
I mean, I was just a child when I started watching TNG, but initially it was TOS before TNG came into my life, and then obviously DS9 and Voyager. A lot of people, I never really realized how much people had an issue with Voyager. I thoroughly enjoy Voyager, but a lot of people have a problem with it for some reason.
Yeah.
My problem was with Enterprise, because for me, when they made Enterprise, I thought they're going in the wrong direction. With the show, that looks awesome.
Yeah, that's my favorite. My favorite costume is and that's where I had the wig. This one's a little bit different, but when I was in,
I have to admit, you look like a Romulan hippie who just come off from Woodstock.
Yeah,
but nevertheless, it looks pretty cool. You look very happy there for a Romulan.
Yeah. My wife made that uniform for me, so
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So I'm a geek when I'm a crazy person when I was talking to Joe before. He retired Army, and I've always loved my uniforms. Always loved. I started off back in the day when we had the green fatigues. I love fatigues. I dress uniform. Yeah, I never was a great person for dress uniforms. I like the fatigues. I like my BDUs and ABUs.
The rugged guy. Yeah, you were the rugged guy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wasn't the rugged guy. It's just I don't like ties.
Mike Faldorov said, "How many tribbles went into that wig?"
Quite a few.
They
I used to
multiplied.
have
Multiplied on his head. It was it's supposed to be just a top knot, and then it turned into that.
That's right. Well, we're coming up on the hour and a half, so I want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. It was great. Let me just go back to normal background here. So any last words, Sam, before we go?
I'm just going to plug my channel. Please subscribe to NerdTube on YouTube. We are the greatest YouTube channel you never fucking heard of. And we are always, and it's funny, we've been getting a burst of subscribers. Even though we're very small, we only had a couple of hundred. Like in the last 3 days, we've had like a burst of 50 subscribers, which has just come out of nowhere. A couple of our videos are into the thousands within a day, which was pretty cool for us considering we're a small channel. So I feel like we're hopefully going somewhere, and we look forward to doing more crossovers with you guys as well in the future. So
yeah, without a doubt. As a matter of fact, I'm putting it together. Yeah, we're going to be throwing your channel up on our banner too, so people will know. Yeah, I just haven't gotten to the point where I'm designing it, trying to get everything together so we have all 3 of them up there. So,
I mean, we're massive Star Trek fans, but I'm sure all of us, including the people in the chat as well, are fans of just pop culture in general, whatever it may be, whatever's really popular at the moment and whatever's coming out. There's so much Star Wars stuff coming out recently. There's so much MCU, DC stuff coming out, and everything in between. There's a show called The Boys. Have you ever watched that? On Amazon Prime.
I know which one you're talking. I haven't seen it, but I know that Vance, I think, has watched it.
And certain films have come out recently. Like there's a movie called Sweet Girl, which was on Netflix. If you have Netflix, I recommend watching it. It's a lot better than I anticipated. And so certain things are just coming out all the time. And if it's got popular actors or it's got a popular theme to it, we're on it. So we're very versatile. When it comes to, we're doing fan film reactions as well. With not just Star Trek, but Star Wars. We did an Indiana Jones one. We did a really good one of Tyler. Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like he did like 10, 12 years ago. He did a fan film about 80s action movies, and he expected us at NerdTube to rip it apart, but we actually loved it.
I watched that. That was a good review.
Yeah, it was made with love and passion, and it was funny at the same time, and we really appreciated it. And so it's what we do. So I hope we see more of you guys in the future.
Good.
Joe.
Yep.
Any final comments, Joe?
Yeah. It was fun making those films, and it's nice to see that there's an audience out there that wants to watch them. So thank you very much for hosting our films and for watching them, and having fun with the fan films in general,
Yeah, we love it and everything else.
It was so funny, mate. It was absolutely hilarious. What you created. I mean, I'm not sure. Were you intending to be funny, by the way, Joe, when you're making all of this?
I guess it's all on how it comes out, right?
Yeah, because I was laughing. I was laughing a lot when I was watching it, and I'm always appreciating stuff that makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Humor is good medicine. You know what I mean?
That's good. Yep. If we invoked an emotion, then I think we've succeeded.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Thank you.
Without a doubt.
Thank you.
Well, gentlemen, it has been a pleasure. you're both welcome back anytime you want to come on the show
Thank you
or
very
anything
much.
like that.
Oh, most definitely.
Most certainly. And with that, I want everybody to have a fantastic rest of their weekend. Farragut on Sunday night. On Filk Quest next week, we have Carla Ulbrich. I know some of our Star Trek fans come over to that. That's for those who don't know what Filk is, that's science fiction folk music.
Lovely.
Yeah, and that was many years ago at a science fiction convention. They had on the menu or the schedule science fiction folk music. However, they had a typo and it came out Filk, F-I-L-K, and a genre was born.
Nice. I can imagine some sort of like sci-fi banjo when it comes to science fiction folk music. Dun 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 dun. Something along those lines.
Yeah, well, we've got 13 episodes up on there. If you have a chance, go back and take a look at them. Yeah, they're different people that I've interviewed, and people. I've been in the community since 1998. Some of the people, well, a lot of people were there a lot longer than I. But yeah, we play. I just came from a house filk, which is getting together with friends in St. Matthews. South Carolina over the weekend for my buddy's Larry Kirby's birthday. We have usually 2 house filks a year, one in March and one in August for his birthday. And his wife passed away a few years ago, but we used to do her birthday. So we have a memorial filk every year for her on the 15th of March or in that area. So it's fun. As a matter of fact, we had when we had the eclipse a few years ago, St. Matthews was right under the path, and it happened to be that weekend, and we all had a wonderful house filk down there and watched the eclipse. It was great. It was great. So.
Frank, how did you get the ferret part of your name?
My wife and I love ferrets.
Lovely.
I've had up to 7 at a time. She's had up to 7 at a time. Right now, we don't have any, and the reason is because they are a big upkeep. They really are.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So, but that's where Filk and Ferret. That's put that together years ago, and I've been known as that for a long time. So.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, when we perform, we go by the Nefarious Ferrets.
Oh,
lovely.
So I write music too, so I keep myself out of trouble. So,
yep, good.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, our YouTube channel, which I don't push that much, is Nefarious Ferrets. So that's maybe I'll put that on sometime. So
good.
Alrighty.
Good.
Okay.
So. Once again, everybody, thank you very much for showing up tonight. And you guys have a wonderful rest of the weekend. And live long and prosper.
Yep.
And take care, everybody.
Definitely to everyone out there.
Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.